Hello and welcome back to another installment of Poke Fodder. Today I want to do, I don't even know what, because actually I know what I'm doing. Can't say I don't know what I'm doing, but I did not have a plan going into today's video, and I apologize for my microphone issues. This weekend I will go get a new microphone, and we will be back to normal audio quality, better audio quality. I'm not sure everything's coming in super over distorted high sound, but nonetheless, I had no idea what I was going to do for today's video, and Care Bear said he was talking about his Virizion. It's super high sea level, and I posted and said, well, my Reshiram would like to meet your Virizion on the field, and he did not want to subject his Virizion to the complete bashing that would have been my Reshiram. In fact, we all know I would have just banished his Virizion and it would have been end of story, and then that wouldn't have been a good video. Nonetheless, I threw together this squad using one of the new Pokemon, so we're going to talk about this. If we look at Seismitoad, this is a water-ground Pokemon with the ability of Poison Touch, which is to say any Pokemon that battles this Pokemon will become poisoned. Now, if you guys remember, and if you've been following the channel for a while, you know, I really like Pokemon who leave a mark if they get knocked out. So if Leafeon, Jolteon get knocked out, they're either going to burn you or they're going to leave you paralyzed. I like this kind of Pokemon. Step in Seismitoad, and if you battle him, you're going to be poisoned. Just right off the bat, you are poisoned just for doing battle with this Pokemon. That is insane. Looking at his wheel, we've got two blue sections of dodge for 12. We've got two sections of miss for 12. We've got a 36 slice earthquake at 70. All Pokemon on the field spin, except this one. If they spin a miss, they're knocked out. That does mean your Pokemon can be knocked out as well. This is the same ability that Torterra has and that Tyranitar have. The difference is his Earthquake is not nearly as powerful as theirs. I believe Torterra's is 120 and Tyranitar's is 110, if I'm not mistaken, and then once you get the evolution, I believe it goes to 120, if I'm not mistaken about that. And we also have a 24 slice Bumpy Vibration, a 2-star purple, opposing Pokemon adjacent to your Seismitoad, Palpitoad, and Timepole gain weight. This helps set up us round. You know, it more just, you just don't get knocked out. It is essentially what that does. And then your opponent can't move that Pokemon on the next turn. If you do the attacking, if they attack you by the time it comes back to their turn, they will be able to move again. So that's Seismitoad, and what I've done is, if you look at my deck, this is a poison deck, and I decided, why not throw my dragons in here, since they have the ability to banish Pokemon, and a poison Pokemon does either, well, a poison Pokemon does -20, and then a Noxious, I believe, does -40, and then you have Crobats on the field, which are going to reduce the damage a little bit more, and then you throw Venusaur into the mix, and poisoned or Noxious Pokemon lose 1 MP, and everything is setting up my opponent's Pokemon to get removed from the field, and you can't beat me if you have no Pokemon on the field. Now, I have shied away from the dragons, even though mine are really powerful. I've shied away from them because their wheel is so inconsistent. And it makes me sad. I put a lot of resources into my dragons, and then I went away from them just because I wasn't winning with them. They're very weak to Deoxys decks. With the poison, now Deoxys A can be poisoned, become less mobile, and at the same time bring his damage down to a number that the dragons can take care of. So I'm test driving him again. And in fact, I'm test driving a couple of different decks. I still have my main deck, and I've put so much into my main deck, I really don't see myself straying too far away from my main deck. But here it is, the 9th of the month. The monthly rank wherever I'm going to end up at the end of the month is going to be determined many days from now, weeks from now. My point is that I'm not trying to climb real high. I would rather have fun, try new decks, because that is one thing that is really great about this game is the deck crafting. And if you look on feature duels, a lot of times you'll see new and fun ideas. Go ahead and try some. You know, your rank is just your rank, and it doesn't mean you're a better player or a worse player based on your rank. The thing that you will find is if you can find a niche deck and you're willing to commit the resources to buffing up those Pokemon, and you commit the time in the game experience, whether it be room match or league play, if you commit the time to learning the nuances of that deck and exactly how to play it, you're going to be at a huge advantage, because right now there's a handful of decks that are being run at really high levels, and when a new deck comes out with Pokemon who are maybe different than the norm, it throws me for sure and other players out of rhythm, because I have to stop and think, wait, well, what are this Pokemon's abilities? What do I need to match up with this? What's the counter for this? That all plays into your advantage. And they're not going to take the time to learn how to play against your deck, but you already know how to play against their deck. So go ahead and do some experimentation and see what you get. All that being said, going back to the original story, so I jumped into a match with Care Bear, and he had no idea what I was running. I'm going to let you guys watch. It's about a 20 to 25 minute video, probably 23. I'm not going to commentate over it because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know what deck he was going to run. And he just said, hey, record this just in case. And I'm really glad that I did, because it was really fun. It's a funny game, and but I didn't commentate over it because I threw together the recording very last minute. So that is going to do it for the speaking portion of today's video. If you haven't started your tournament games on my Discord, go claim your gyms, go start playing. There, at last count, I think there were like 20 people who hadn't played a game yet. There were 170 that signed up for this. I think already 50 have been eliminated. There's still a ton of time. This is going until 11:59, the night before 11:59 before the gym is supposed to be starting, and I can't remember. I think it's Tuesday or Wednesday. There's a countdown timer pinned up onto the Discord. Go check it out. I'm done with talking. You guys are done with listening to me. I hope you enjoy this game. This video is going to be insanely long. I will edit it the best that I can. But until next time.